Eric
Speaking
says
about psychological warfare, let's move on to market manipulation by Elon Musk. Well,
Yo, hold on. You gotta reframe that, bro. That's not what he's doing.
that is
I
what
know.
he's
I'm
doing.
saying
I'm gonna let you finish.
some people.
That
what
just
he's
sounds
doing.
like Elon Musk is manipulating the system. Like
I started
it's not
laughing
him.
because he just so happily, speaking of psychological manipulation, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing with this?
He said, "Let me
Elon
tell you
Musk.
what Elon
Not that
does."
this is not factual because Elon's my guy. Doge
Speaking of shock
family.
treatment,
Shock treatment. I don't think he's personally do it, but a lot of
I
people
feel
are
like
claiming that he's manipulating the market. How do you
it's
feel?
unintentional, but he's doing
No,
it.
let
He
me
is?
just
You
finish.
feel like he is?
Hold on,
Yes.
Dels. Let him finish.
No. Let Dels explain himself.
All right, this is why I think it's
But
market
it's not
manipulation.
it's not manipulation.
Yes, it is. This is
Okay,
my
here he
theory,
goes.
right? Okay,
Here he
let me
goes.
break it down for you.
Okay,
Crypto,
here's your
I
theory.
got a
crypto
theory
is new,
too.
right?
You go ahead.
Crypto is a big thing, right? I want to say probably 4
Okay.
months ago,
not really.
like 2 months ago, Tesla. Oh, we're gonna use Bitcoin. We are accepting Bitcoin, and these niggas gonna go and we're gonna backtrack and say, oh, we're not gonna use Bitcoin because it's bad for the environment. But you already knew. In order to get Bitcoins, you have to mine Bitcoins. This is not new news. You need energy to produce the Bitcoin. So now all of a sudden you're like, oh, let me realign my loyalty to Doge because this causes a lot of energy and we're an energy efficient company. But you already knew that. So now you want to have an argument with everybody that's in Bitcoin, and now you want to be like, oh, Doge is the wave. But just 2 weeks ago on Saturday Night Live, Doge is a hustle.
But Doge is kind of the wave.
Doge is he didn't say that. He said Doge is a hustle. A hustle.
He didn't say that. To be fair, he did not say that. They said that he agreed because it's a skit.
All right, but his
First of all, it's a
cosign
freeform
is
skit.
way more important than any like mine,
Right.
for example. Like I wouldn't say he's manipulating the market, but he's damn sure influencing it. There's a lot of factors at play here. One,
That's
he'll do
a better
anything to
word,
keep
influence.
right. He'll do anything to keep his name, out in public, whether it be naming his baby after a weird fucking code or whatever have you. Like I
don't
feel
like how you guys are talking about Elon Musk.
Yes,
You
weird.
brought it up.
Unfortunately, if you guys aren't getting
He's
free
the type of
Tesla
dude.
at
He's
all.
the type of dude.
I was going to pay you guys in Tesla.
He bought
Never.
powder first. It's fucking weird. Anyway,
I was going to pay you guys in Teslas. It's over.
What?
You're done.
Not going to pay us in Teslas. Anyway, I feel like he's not manipulating the market. He's not like doing anything like insider trading, but I think he realizes the amount of power that he has just by sending out a tweet. It's like, I'm going to start accepting Dogecoin. Wink, wink. Maybe everybody else should too. And it's not like he's the first guy to do this. Like the Mavericks came out, like Mark Cuban said, like, yo, we're going to start accepting Dogecoin in our facilities and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't necessarily seem as big as when Elon Musk does it, because he has a dedicated social media following, number one.
Musketeer.
And oh my God. I didn't even know they had a fucking
I didn't even know that's what they was called.
I didn't know that was a thing until he said that.
Because I kind of follow him now too.
I just lost my train of thought upon hearing that. Go ahead.
It's not market manipulation. No, you were saying
it's not market manipulation. It's not market manipulation. He realizes the amount of influence and power that he has over social media. So he's not necessarily manipulating the market. He's just getting he's getting a lot of people who haven't dabbled in stocks to buy this shit.
I step in? I only call it market manipulation because he only does this to crypto. It's not like the full market, but the crypto world, Elon Musk controls, and he knows that. He could tweet a dog.
Did he do it to GameStop too?
Yes, he did. Exactly.
Did it to GameStop too.
Oh, GameStop
to the moon.
Oh.
Everybody knew what he meant. Never says GameStop by name, but everybody knew what he meant. To the moon.
GameStop.
Musketeer.
We all have.
How about if I play devil's advocate? How about if I play devil's advocate? You ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
How about he's getting a lot more people, to get involved in crypto? A lot of people weren't in the crypto space, as much as they are right now. A lot more people are getting
He's
involved in
taking
crypto.
advantage of his platform.
Hey,
Right.
let me finish my point, sir. Sir, I let you speak, sir. So he's getting a lot more people involved in the crypto, right? So a lot of people that, would never even think about, buying stock, things like that, they're getting involved. Starting with crypto, it's very volatile. Very extremely volatile, and it seems like every day there's a new coin popping up. Right now, you got Shiba coin, Shiba Inu, whatever.
Shiba Inu coin.
Safe Moon. You got
there's tons
XRP.
of crypto and
There's so many that pop. You can do your own. Like I could literally come out with a cryptocurrency tomorrow if I wanted to.
You could.
So it's crazy, but I mean, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna make a Views from Drew coin. I will do it. But things like that, it kind of gets your feet wet in order to start even talking about stocks, kind of in a way. To me, I think crypto, is a good way to start. Not necessarily in Doge necessarily, or like Safe Moon, things like that. But it kind of gives you an understanding because a lot of people can't afford to get into like a Tesla, a Nike. So like these cryptocurrencies start at like less than a penny. So a lot of people can get into it, but in the same breath, you can also get hustled really quickly because you'll put all your money into this thing thinking that it's going to the moon, and then you look at and then your whole life
is going to hell.
I have a rebuttal.
And it's 60 seconds to go to hell.
I have a rebuttal. Here's my thing.
And your portfolio is negative 1,000 after you put in 200.
Yep. Nobody checks it, and it's like, oh, look at all this money that I just lost.
Speaking on Doge, is also
wait. I have a rebuttal. My thing is this: does nobody think like what this does for him? Like what his benefit is and all this, like why is he
just lost what was it, $20 billion in his last 2 weeks since SNL. He lost money.
He doesn't.
Right. I'm just saying. Like, does nobody think like I just see like people talk about Elon Musk like he's like this savior that just comes and like you guys should invest in this, like it'll make you rich. Like
I mean,
that's what it feels like at least. But hold on, wait. Does nobody think of like what the benefit is for him to be tweeting all this shit, like
or his brand,
right? Like, does nobody ever think of like what he has to gain in all this?
I mean, to be fair, he's contributed a lot to society in general. Like he really got the reusable spaceships thing. They do this like every week now. Like they send, they blast rockets off and they retrieve them and reuse them. He started the Boring Company. They made flamethrowers accessible to the public. Not necessarily that you need it. They also started building
flamethrowers.
Hold on. What the hell does the public need with flamethrowers? Wait. What? Shit like that is not helping the common man. Like,
why do you think that's a good thing? Like that is nothing.
Can I finish with the Boring Company, please? They also built tunnels underneath LA and Vegas to help with traffic.
Okay.
Are they?
That's one thing I'll agree with.
Are they in use? Are they in use?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's probably why
not
you
in high demand.
New York.
Yes, that is just exactly why I asked about it. Tesla is I think is the fastest selling car in America currently, and it's very green. People will argue that it's not green because those supercharging stations do use, fossil fuels and things to get energy. However, at least the energy stops there. Your car's not filled with gas.
Energy isn't polluting the earth.
Exactly.
But my thing is this: it's like a lot of that shit that you just named, outside of the tunnels and maybe Tesla not necessarily polluting the air, doesn't necessarily help the common man. Like I cannot benefit personally.
You don't know if you need a flamethrower.
I love a flamethrower personally, but
see, exactly, you can buy one.
All right, really, but I don't have access to one.
Chris, tell us about this flamethrower that you want. Why do you want a flamethrower?
Why not?
I need to drive my window
quickly.
I hereby invoke my Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Anyway, But it's like a lot of that shit. Like, how does that help the common man? Like a reusable spaceship. I don't necessarily like. I understand its importance.
They're also about to commercialize space.
Playing its importance.
They're about to commercialize space.
We can't afford it.
Where?
How do you know you can't afford it?
Where?
By Doge, you can afford it.
Where? No, don't do that.
Okay, I don't want to say the point anymore. Forget it.
It's a joke, please. This is not financial advice. I didn't give you any financial advice.
I think Elon Musk, as far as his brand,
please don't sue me. I don't need this.
That he's in the tech space, and that's helping. I don't know where because I haven't looked too much into it, but I think he's in the tech realm, and he's helping out or trying to create stuff for the future. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's very fair.
That's
fair. I feel like all the profit he's making, he's using it. He's giving it back somehow or transferring it to create something. Like, isn't he building like something in Cali, like a whole?
No, that's in Texas, Starbase. It's a Tesla production facility.
Yeah, so it's creating jobs.
He also has one in Berlin. He's going international. He does a lot. People. He's got
his fingers in a lot of different pots.
Yes, and a lot of different
not saying
industries.
He does a lot. Like he doesn't do a lot. My thing is,
he said he looks at Doge as a stimulus for the people.
So how about you give everybody a Dogecoin is not worth that much money.
44 cents.
You can
give everybody 44 cents.
Yeah, it's
but
low.
What I wanted to say
is up to 46.
As far as this whole conversation, it's not Elon Musk specifically, but that's how the stock market works, right?
No, it's not.
Depending on what type of news happens, what deal,
Kelly's not a musketeer.
What good news, what bad news, what companies are failing, what companies are merging, independent public offerings, IPOs happening. Like there's a whole bunch of different things that happen in the stock world in a day, and that is what determines how stocks fluctuate, right? For example, in the last 2 days, I think there's this deal going on with Warner, Disney,
AT&T and Warner.
AT&T, that they're creating this whole like on-demand video thing.
New media platform.
Yeah. And that's, of course, going to make certain stocks go up because it's around the media realm. If that deal don't go through, it's going to be a dip. And stocks are going to go down as far as that category. So that's how the stock market really works. And if people are paying attention to the news,
but AT&T can't
know what's happening. Whether you want to hold off on something
before you get your point out,
when there's a sell-off, or if you see that a deal goes through, put your money in, and it'll inflate.
I would like to say that this is the most advice Eric has ever given us about the stock market. Could you please record this and send this to me, please? Just so I can have it for reference that he has taught us something about the stock market.
But my thing is,
we're asking for advice all the time, folks. He tells us nothing.
Because the information is in your face. This is how I learned everything I learned in the last year.
Yes, everything you've learned. You
can send links.
You, sir.
Yeah, you could send links.
I sent you a link earlier, and you said, "Hey, this is actually more helpful than what I read earlier." And I was like, I'm just here to help.
But that is a stock in the crypto world. Pay attention to
that is not the crypto world. The crypto don't run on information like the stock world. The crypto runs on.
It doesn't. This is very unpredictable.
Yes, it does. There's people
on Twitter. It runs off Twitter. I'm letting you know right now.
It runs off
Pay
Twitter.
attention to that, like I said before. Okay. In terms of stock,
it really runs off Twitter.
It really, to be perfectly honest, it really is a definition of a meme stock. It's a definition of a meme stock. The more social popularity it gets, the more people get intrigued, the more people will want to inquire, the more people invest. So
it's called FOMO.
Platforms where people are communicating as far as
fear of missing out.
People are following the right things so they can know what's going on in the crypto space, just like they do with the stock space, in the stock space.
Okay, talking about popularity and things like that. Recently, there's been a gas shortage. Should there ever have been a gas shortage? Probably not. There's enough gas for everyone. But of course, whenever you mention a shortage of anything, people want to go out and panic buy. Why did you need that much gas? Where were you going? I don't get it.
Nowhere.
If there was a shortage of gas, don't go anywhere. That's literally the easiest way to do it. Stay home. Why are you buying all the gas? We all have places to go.
Can I offer an alternative to your
Okay.
point?
I'm sorry. I got a little emotional about it.
No, I agree with you. Number one,
because I drive.
There's a gas shortage. I mean, just stay the fuck home. But I think people get all this
grab a
gas
city bike
so
if
they
you
can
know.
maybe resell. With supply being low and demand being high.
Gas? Like a sneaker market?
That's wild.
No, I said rent a bike.
That's wild.
Chris said it.
Y'all got a gallon of gas. 60.
I'm pretty sure there are some people out there doing it.
I'm sure they did.
Wait, doing what?
I know you saw that
reselling
with the guy with the bag of piss. So it's like, hey, I'm reselling gas, like 50 a gallon or whatever have you.
You gotta make that money somehow.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that there are some people out there who have gas and are selling it to people.
I mean, the shortage has been corrected.
Well, why was there a shortage anyways? What happened?
Something.
Cyber attack.
One of these
I don't know.
You're
do you want to go with actual facts or do you want to go with conspiracies?
Yeah, with the facts. Don't bring in no damn conspiracies into this damn
What's a fact?
podcast. We don't want no damn conspiracies. We want
fact is
hard facts.
Millions of people believe.
What's a fact, Eric?
What happened?
Millions of people believe other things. Does that make it a fact? Just curious. So the conspiracy behind it is that at first they were saying, I guess Russia did it, and then normally if Russia does something, hacked the system to bring us down. But normally if Russia does it, they'll say I did it. Then they try to blame it on an internet group that hacked the system that said that they did it. But normally if any group does that, they'll take credit for it. So a theory that's popular on TikTok, said that America itself did it to push the green vehicle thing. Because today Joe Biden showed up with the Ford F-150, the electric version, to push it's a big push to green vehicle, so electric vehicles. This government's policy, one of its main platforms upon its election was going green.
Yeah.
So
I like that,
Joe. I do as well. So what they're saying that they with this gas hack, how everyone started panicking and just it wouldn't happen if you owned a Tesla. It wouldn't happen if you owned the Volkswagen. John, I forgot what it's called. So if you went green, you wouldn't have to worry about this. So I believe today he proposed some legislation that said that he would, provide a lot more charging stations throughout America, a lot of incentives to buying green vehicles.
It needs to happen. Mm-hmm.
I agree 100%.
There's a lot of companies that are
and it would create
that space.
It would create a lot because that's where if you like you were saying, if you watch the news, there's been a large shift towards electric vehicles and things like that. So he also said he wants to provide, electric
vehicles. I'm following, but I'll keep that to myself.
I have read or heard about
ain't nobody listening to what I just said.
A rebranding of our infrastructure where we can create highways that are pretty much solar panels that recharge cars as they drive over them, and at night that they would provide light. So you wouldn't have to, worry about, lighting and things like that. It would be provided by the sun and the cars driving over it. That in itself would create a lot of jobs. But a lot of people are opposed to it. Why? I have no idea. But that's what the conspiracy theory was. Is it fact?
People are invested in fossil fuels. So if you stop using fossil fuels, they lose money. So that's America.
Well, it's only because they haven't found a way to put profit from it. It's the same thing with weed. Everyone was so against weed. But when's the last time you heard a tobacco company speak out against weed these days?
I know weed is the future. It's like 12 more states
because they figured out how to profit off of it.
And because of this pandemic, the money is needed.
And that in itself could help.
Be needed.
What I think is about to happen. Don't kill me, government. This is my living testament. What I think is about to happen is that they're going to go full speed into weed and use it as a means to pay for all the green stuff. All the alternative energies and alternative vehicles, and provide the grants and things for purchasing alternative vehicles. They're going to, legalize weed, create, a surplus, because that's a, billion, if not $1 trillion industry.
If it makes sense, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, the green paying for the green makes sense.
Nice.
Marketing. Nice. I'm all for it. I mean, we could literally spend money on worse things. So I'm glad that this is actually going to benefit, the world in itself. It creates a lot of job. I don't know why there's so much resistance. We need an infrastructure refresh anyway. Our infrastructure is crumbling. Flint still doesn't have clean water. So, I mean,
fucking ridiculous.
I think it's a no-brainer.